They were the last choice. Both of them were bad choices.
I thought you were going to say we're banned from Hollywood, and the only way they could get them back was get them back together.
It's a good grounded story to like get into the genre with and actually like follow a character that's doing something relatable and try to figure out why he left his family and try to see why he had this relationship with Blackbeard. So all of those things just to try to piece that guy back together. That felt good just as a story. And then the like true crime aspect of it felt good. And then it was like, oh, okay, this can take place in a pirate world.
Blackbeard, Captain Kidd, the Gentleman Pirate.
Well, the first two are like very, very talented pirates.
But the last one is the scariest of them all. Instead of killing with weapons, he kills with kindness.
Oh, right, so you're the gentleman pirate then.
Well sussed.
They're great. I mean, I think like once you have kind of like that New Zealand thing coming out of like, oh, I'm Blackbeard, and it's kind of a low key.
The one impression he does.
Hello everyone, I'm Blackbeard. Huge fan, sir.
I know I'm grossly overgeneralizing, but I would, to our American ears, I would call the New Zealand accent the sound of kindness. And there's something kind of just laid back about it. And then to take the genre that's usually like, ah, yar, and to have the sound be like, oh yeah, hey, what's going on? And a low-key quality to it, it's very good.
I love that. This is a nice first time I've heard that, and I love that description of our accent, and I think we'll take that, won't we, Rhys?
Yeah.
And it's also true.
So much.
When you kill someone in New Zealand, it's like, oh, sorry, man, I've just got to strangle you. Sorry, bro. Yeah. Oh, well, no, good night. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bye.
We actually got to work as actors together because normally he's behind the camera yelling at me. And so, yeah, that was really fun because, you know, we have the same sense of humor and we like to joke around a lot. And now we've got an excuse to do it on screen. And the challenge really became when we started to do the dramatic stuff because there's some heartfelt drama in there. And neither of us had done that. With each other, at least, barely at all. Comedy is very easy for us, but that was a challenge, and so we kind of discovered and sort of drilled in what was our friendship, where did it come from, and how do we relate to each other in this crazy world, and so we turned that realness into the fictional side of things, and created something pretty good, I think.
We're going to go on up there and. We're going to cause some havoc.
How violent do we expect this to get? Note the gusto! Aren't you taking notes? I'm just looting this library, but I'm replacing all the books I've looted with ones I've already read.
If I was watching this as a director, I'd think that we were pretty generous with each other with the acting.
I will say when the first time we saw a scene like get played between you, it was like effortless and a different kind of chemistry than you get with two actors that just met.
We know how each other kind of our sensibilities, and like as Rhys was saying, we're very similar style as well, and when it comes to the banter stuff and also the fun stuff where we do a lot of improvising together, that is like a really fun, safe space for us where it's like we kind of just feel like younger versions of ourselves. Just feel like we're just mates hanging out again and just jamming. I didn't want those scenes to end really.
You're a lunatic and I like it.
We're swashbuckling. We're looting. Let's have fun with it.
I want to laugh. I want like a comedy that's funny. I don't want like a comedy that's a drama first. But I want to feel stuff, and I don't like it when a show resets, where it's like every episode it starts over again, kind of like a cartoon. So I feel like to watch these story beats build up on them and to see things stick to them, and then to be able to be absolutely ridiculous and do something that you would never be able to do in a drama, and have those things side by side and then feel something, or see like some violence that you're like, oh, that was really violent, and then go back to, both of them being ridiculous. That's such a good mix of things. And I feel like I used to see that more, where there's like a comedy up against something real that's happening inside. When I see that, it's just, it's my favorite thing.
I mean, I don't know if Taika learns anything, but I certainly did a sailing course, and not because I needed to, but I actually have a boat back home. So it was just something personal I wanted to do. The fun for me was learning the sword fighting. I like physical theatre, and I do a lot of that on stage. And so the dance of a sword fight was really fun for me. Light stunts where one can do a stunt themselves, like going down a rope ladder and having people worried that, oh my God, he's going down a rope ladder. Guys, I used to be a soldier. I can go down a rope ladder. Yeah, really going into this, I was not supposed to have any skills because, Steed has nothing but fashion skills. So I was overqualified for the job. I had to act double hard to pretend I didn't know how good I was at doing things.
It's true.
I still have no sense of direction, though.
Come on. Give a man a warning.
That was your warning.
A lot of the guys are sweethearts deep down.
Oh, it's perfect. It was very annoying to wear the beard and the wig and stuff. I think that's just been something that no one ever likes. Also, like, you can't have a real conversation with someone because all the glue keeps this thing, your whole face tight, and as soon as you actually smile properly, it breaks all the glue and the thing starts peeling off. So you've got this thing where you're talking to people and you're laughing and you're going. Whenever you see characters like that actually smiling, they're going. Totally do that. There's some really memorable stuff for me, but we're not allowed to talk about anything past episode 5. But there's stuff coming up later on that I think is like some of the coolest stuff that will be on TV.
I have a really good memory, but it's also past episode 5. But it was the last shot of the series, and we were shooting it outside, and we had to run to get it. And Rhys is in the shot, and it felt like there were just like 3 of us down at the beach by the time we got it, because we all had to run down. It was like sunset, and it felt like we were making a student film. And then,
I think you were like directing it, and I was helping Rhys get in the thing.
That was magic. That was magic.
And for me, there's just a countless number of scenes that were magic for me. Even just day one, the first week of getting on board that amazing set, which was the pirate ship, and wearing this glorious outfit and coming down the stairs and giving a speech to these guys who had come over for the most part from the UK, traveled a long way to be in the show. And here I am now just flaunting my leadership skills in the way of a ridiculous speech, and then really just looking at everyone and feeling how good the set was and how amazing the set design was, that we had to up our skills to be as good as the detail that's been put into the actual show. And you can see how beautiful it was, how beautifully made it was. And so we had to be able to play our A game for sure.